Saturday, 6:55, California. Venice opens its eyes as day breaks. Morning is calm. The seagulls perch on the basketball hoops. The street cleaners spray the boardwalk. LA joggers run in groups. Shops start to open their spray-painted storefronts, and the early surfers get their second coffee of the day. As morning gets older, tourists start to appear. There are different layers to Venice. The tourists, there are the skaters, the most upbeat people in Venice, who always attract the crowd, creating a human outline of the skate park. The smell of the ocean and weed fills the air. There are the surfers who, surf and manage to always look cool even if they're washing sand off their feet by the bathrooms. There are the girls who tan on the beach and watch the surfers, these black specks on an ocean of blue who are impossible to differentiate. The graffiti artists who spray the palm trees by the skate park and this cone-like structure that probably has inches of paint layered onto it because these are the only legal surfaces you can paint in Venice. The bodybuilders at Muscle Beach, which is just a name, it's not a beach, it's just a little enclosure they call a gym by the beach. Then there are the basketball players. The Venice courts are like a perfectly balanced ecosystem. The old heads play in the morning on the main court by the bleachers. The younger locals play on the Venice Basketball League court all day and put on a show. And everyone else plays on the remaining two courts that have the most wind and are exposed to the elements. Venice is the clown ballerina on Rose. Venice is Abbot Kinney Boulevard swarmed by tourists who buy Malibu sweaters. Venice is the dispensary with the bouncer outside the door. Then there's the food court, which is not really a food court, it's just 4 small lunch places on the corner of the boardwalk. Across the sandwich place is the V Hotel. Alessandro and his band play the saxophone in the food court all day, which gently wakes up the homeless people to Italian songs at 7 in the morning. Oh yeah, the homeless people. The walking dead, the dispossessed, the other side of Venice. Venice has always had a problem with the homeless, and it certainly drives people away. These people have nothing and fall through the cracks of society. They are dependent on substances and can't adhere to the no-drug policies of shelters because of that. So when you walk around Venice, you will see people talking to themselves, yelling randomly, standing in weird positions and ticking, or just passed out on the ground. And the stench, that's almost harder to ignore, but it gets swept away quickly by the constant ocean breeze. Contrast this with the dressed-up European tourists who try to ignore them as they walk past, but tense their neck. You start to question things, a lot of things. But I don't have answers, I just observe. Sunset is beautiful in Venice. As the light gets darker and the crowds become thinner, Venice closes its eyes. But it's never really dark in Venice. Even with its eyes closed, it still sees things. Nothing escapes it. In the end, Venice will still stand, and its many layers and complexities that are sometimes difficult to fathom will keep growing. And Venice will stay real. There is no place like it.